All right. We're here. We did it. I realized I had like more checklist items left to do than I had originally thought, so I had to let another song run. All right. Let's see if I can get this. Okay. Is that good? I feel like this might need a little bit more. All right. Theoretically, that's good. All right. Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. I'm a practical eccentric, and it's time for some Dinkum. Because we got the update, and I have yet to play, so I think I'm good. Let's start with the quote of the day, and then we will get into... I'm not sure exactly what I want. That's not true. I have some things I want to get done, but I also want to see if I can see any of the new stuff. So, quote of the day. The quote of the day is, "Design is the beauty of turning constraints into advantages." And that's from Asa Raskin. And the reason I picked this quote, besides like normal, the things that we have been talking about over the last couple of years, where sometimes it's helpful to have limitations, have like parameters to work within and that kind of thing. It seemed particularly applicable today and like in this moment, beyond just today, but kind of like in the last few weeks and the weeks to come, because I feel like I need to start putting some limitations and restrictions on some things in order to feel like I have structure. And one of the things that I want to do today is put some limitations and structure into how I am going to continue playing this game in particular, but potentially how it might affect me in other aspects and other avenues. And sometimes having it in something like a game where I can do whatever I want, really, as long as it's, you know, within the constraints of the game itself, can teach me about how to apply it to other things. So I don't want to get like too deep or too complicated, but sometimes it is really helpful, especially if you struggle with overthinking and overwhelming, like it just feels overwhelming, like there's so many possibilities, to just kind of give yourself a box to be in for a bit, and then you can push against the walls of that box to expand it later, or to realize, nope, these are the wrong constraints, or this is the wrong structure. But, you know, if you're like, I could do this, or I could do that, or I could, there's 15 million things, and then you won't choose one, give yourself one and work on that, and then see how it feels, and then you can start going, well, that wasn't right, let's shift this, or I liked this piece and I'm going to add this piece, or I'm going to tweak this just a little bit. But sometimes I think if you're struggling to get started, it's because there's too many choices. So give yourself, like, make a choice and then work with that. So I'm going to do that a little bit today, because one of the things I want to do, and as much as I have not been wanting to make a spreadsheet for this game, I'm going to make a spreadsheet for this game. And it's not going to be a spreadsheet like I have for Dreamlight Valley or for The Sims or anything like that. Not that I've been playing The Sims as of late, but I have made spreadsheets for myself in the past. Is I actually kind of want to make a calendar, and I want to give myself a structure of a schedule for this game, because I start to get into the, I want to go visit all my animals, and I want to do my farming, and I want to do all the gifting, and I want to visit all the villagers, and there are certain things that I can do on a daily basis, but then there are some things that I never remember people's birthdays because I don't have them written down. They're not as convenient. Like, I can look at the calendar every day, but it feels like a lot to keep track of, and I have to like go to a bulletin board and do that. So I kind of feel like if I can have a calendar to my right on my second monitor, and yes, I know that like it's a privilege having a second monitor, not everybody has that ability. You could write it down and have it on your desk or something, or have like an actual calendar maybe, but I think it would help me if I'm like, okay, what month did it, or like, what season is it? What day of the month is it? Oh, it's so-and-so's birthday. Or, oh, I need to go get mushrooms. Or, oh, I need to go to the mine or whatever. And I kind of feel like if I can start building in a little bit of structure, I may hate it. I may still do what I normally do, which is trying to do all of the things every single day, and then my days take 3 hours. I don't know. But if I don't try to give myself some kind of structure, I won't know what might work and what might not work as far as that is concerned. So I might take a little bit of time on the first day in the game to, like, at least fill in the month that I'm on. The other thing I don't like is the fact that I can't see the full year. I can only see the month I'm in, so I'm gonna have to build it out over time. But some of the stuff I think will be daily, some of it will be weekly, and some of it will be season. Some of it will be, you know, once a month or once a season, I guess. But like the mushrooms thing is only in the fall, you know? So anyway, I have some ideas. I have no idea how it's actually going to pan out, but oh, look, I already have a Dinkum sheet. Oh, this was me trying to make a schedule before, but on a weekly basis. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a sheet. And I'm going to do, how do I want to deal with this? This might help inform, because it's based on weekly. So I have, like, what shops are open. I have, I have the airport on there. So let me go ahead and I'm going to name this one weekly. And then I'm going to name the second one whatever season I'm on. I'm pretty sure it's fall. So we'll name it autumn. And then I'm going to do, I don't remember. Let's go ahead and do, nope. Let's go ahead and load in and see. I think the weeks or the seasons start on a Sunday. Is that right? Oh, let's make sure that my mouse is where I want it to be and my controller is where I want it to be. Oh, you're gonna fight me, aren't you? Really? What the? Was it gonna fight me hard today? Don't fight me hard today. Ooh, this is a new loading screen. I don't know if I'm gonna mess around with trains at all today. I'm both interested in the trains and intimidated by the trains, because we know how I have design issues. Oh, yeah, you're gonna fight me. Oh, new license, animal breeding. Okay. But the first thing I want to do and train, let's see. Oh, hey. Hey, here's some hearty stew. Don't worry about how long it's been sitting in your mailbox. Eat it. That doesn't sound good, John. Like, it's been sitting there for a week. No. All right. I need to grab that. And I'm not going to look at stuff. Going croco capture. Alpha bush devil. Ingredients. Tomato. Okay, but what I'm doing is I'm looking at the calendar. Okay, so I have... what is this? This is Skyfest. Bug catching. And then the night market. Alright, so the seasons start on a Sunday. And I wish I could just pause here, you know? So I've got... Franklin on the 2nd. I've got Clover on the 13th. I've got River on the 16th. I've got John on the 24th. And then I've got Skyfest on the 8th. I've got Bug Catching on the 15th, and I've got Night Merchant or Night Market I'm gonna write that all out because I'm gonna call it Night Merchant by accident if I don't. Okay, so then I'm gonna go back. That's not how we do things in this game. Okay, we're gonna pause. It is helpful having this game be on a controller. It helps me a little bit remember some of the controls over some of the ones that I play on keyboard all the time. Because I play several games that are keyboard and mouse, and it's like, the mechanics are close enough. Alright. Sunday, Monday. Oh, nope. Tuesday. I don't expect to get my schedule put out, like, figured out for this game all in one day. Because it's going to take some time to figure out exactly how I want to do that. For, like, the regular stuff, you know? 3, 4. And then how many... I'm going to give myself at least 10 lines in between. And what I might need to do is I might need to give myself... like a color coding system so I can have like a color for the birthdays and a color for the, you know, the merchant, the festivals, the competition. Like I might have to color code it because that makes it easier for me to look at a day and go, oh, I've got these kinds of activities versus like the ranching. I mean, I might even do that where it's like, today is today for ranching, and then today is today for the farm, and I'll color code those things. But that'll be something I have to develop over time, you know? Okay, so let's go ahead and do... and the year starts in summer, if I'm not mistaken. Hello, Dune. Dune D again. How are you today? I hope you are doing well. I am trying to give myself some kind of structure so that I can potentially figure out how to get this game into a more sustainable, I don't know, not practice, but just like, I feel like one of the reasons I don't play this game more is because I'm trying to do too much on any given game day. And it gets a little overwhelming over time. So I need to figure out a better way for myself. And we'll see if I can figure it out. I'm doing good. Yeah, so right now I'm just trying to fill in the calendar days. So it shouldn't take terribly long to get that going. But it's going to take me a minute of like typing things out. But I hope you were doing well. Because last week I played this... Nope. The year starts in summer, right? The beginning of summer? I feel like that's right. Okay. So now I have set up all of the sheets for seasons because I can just copy and paste the whole thing. Theoretically, I could have put things in like the Night Merchant and stuff like that because those happen every season, but meh. It's been a while. All right, Franklin, birthday. And then Clover's on the 13th. Well, and when you're starting to set yourself up a structure, it feels the most tedious because since you don't have like a system fully fleshed out yet, it seems like it takes longer because you're having to like figure it out and then do it and then figure out the next piece and then do it. So it'll be okay. And it teaches you stuff, you know? Skyfest. And then the bug catching competition. Catching competition. Like even already. Like I could have added in the Night Merchant since it comes every single month on the same day. I could have added that and then copied my pages and then didn't do that because I didn't think about it. And so now I'll have to add it in later. All right. So that is everything that I have already as far as what's on the calendar. All right. I may or may not work on that periodically throughout the stream, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. My main focus today is working on my ranch and hopefully getting permit to breed animals, or at least I need to visit Irwin for sure so I can see about getting crates to trap the new critters. I'm gonna go ahead and put these away. After stream last week, I did take a little bit of time and tried to just really focus on working on what I want to do with the Pleeps Pond. I'm not happy about it. I'm not, like, I don't like it right now. And I don't know exactly how I want to fix it, so I'm just going to have to live with it for a bit. And I'm just going to have to be unsatisfied by how it looks. Until I can figure out exactly how I want to deal with it, you know? Alright, so let's... remember how the controls work. Let's go. Let's go over and just focus on what we're doing. And everything else can kind of just go on about its merry way. So we don't get overwhelmed. Alright. Oh yeah, because I actually had run out of the fountains, the waterfall things. And I went to make more, and I didn't put them down yet, because I wasn't sure if I needed something up top. I feel like it doesn't have to look super natural. See, there's a croco in there. It's exactly what I'm concerned about. And the reason I'm fussing about it so much. Having it all be waterfalls was kind of... It didn't look realistic. Now, does it have to look realistic? No. But, yeah, I know you're in here, butt munch. But I kind of feel like it needs rocks or something at the top, or like... I need to look at pictures of real waterfalls if I want to make it look a little more realistic, because it doesn't, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm fussing too much. I usually fuss too much. I'm mad that the crocodile's in there. I don't necessarily want to use water beds to fill up this whole thing, though. But if crocodiles are going to spawn in here, that's a big, big problem if I want to have my pleeps live here, you know? Just realized I really should do mushrooms. Well, I'm here, so let's go talk to Irwin real quick if he's open. Is he open on Mondays? He may not be open on Mondays. Closed on Monday. Okay, so I don't have to worry about Irwin today. Good. Oh, you know what? It wouldn't have mattered anyway because I haven't gotten the permit. No, that's for breeding, not necessarily for buying the trap. Okay. I don't need to do this right now. Don't do this right now. This is another reason I need a little bit more structure. So that when I walk away from this game for a week and I come back to it, I don't have to be completely reminded of exactly what's going on every single time. Alright. It's so weird how empty that is now that all the animals are gone. We'll do my patented stop driving. Just jump out of the vehicle, because that's what we normally do in the real world, right? We just jump out of the helicopter. All right. So I need to go mushrooms. We're getting mushrooms. That's what's happening. Here we go. I was like, why do I feel like I'm oriented weird? Oh. That's why my fences keep getting... I really don't need fences around here. The fences were really just for me to keep track of the space that I was trying to fill up with the tree farm. You know what I thought about doing? Because originally the idea was that I would use the tree farm to make sure I always had resources that I needed, but I'm wondering if I should start chopping down trees for money. Maybe in the winter. And selling them, because I feel like I could get that on a schedule, you know? And then I could get away from having to do devil trapping all the time. It is very handy to just be like, I'm gonna go pick all these mushrooms and then that'll be fine. Now, let's see, it's only the 9th day of autumn. I'm curious, even though I've missed some days, just how many mushrooms I will get from doing this, you know? And I also need to remember if all of the trees take the same amount of time to grow. I don't remember. Oh, and that's the other thing I want to build back in. I haven't been going and doing my orchard regularly. So I could build that in too. And I think once upon a time I wrote down a bunch of stuff that I wanted to build into a regular thing. And I've never actualized that, I guess. I've never actually done that. I think I just wrote it down and then never did anything with that information besides write it down. So we'll see how that goes, you know? Because I think if I just get it on a regular schedule, it'll be a lot more lucrative too, besides feeling a little bit less chaotic for me. I think it'll actually result in being more lucrative because I'll be like, oh, this is the day I go and deal with the orchard or, you know, whatever. And then I'll end up with more stuff. Then 3 seasons later, I'm like, oh crap, I'm out of apples, you know, or something stupid. Where it's like, oh, yeah, I haven't done that and I don't even know how long. That's why all of my stock is like going away. You running from me? You running from me? But this is the kind of thing I do to myself, which keeps me from playing games like this sometimes. I think I've mentioned it many times before, but the worst one for me, I think, is still Stardew and maybe Graveyard Keeper, where I start letting the potential for things you can get done every day overwhelm me. So I don't want to continue that cycle. I actually did pretty good at Coral Island, although I haven't played that in quite a bit just because other games have taken over my whole life. But when I was playing that, I feel like I did much better about not feeling like I had to do everything every single day. There were also some more quests. And I know Stardew has changed a lot since I played it last, but I feel like I've started and stopped both Graveyard Keeper and Stardew Valley like 7 times a piece. So maybe one day I'll get back to that stuff. Do I have stuff in these boxes? Can't remember. Nope. All right, good. Hey, Bama, how are you? Hope you were doing well. I think I have the basic purple rug and the retro flower wallpaper. I'm pretty sure I have that. I can't remember if I have the dainty lap. I have a dainty lap. Okay, lamp. Eastern seat. I don't think I've got the cabin kitchen table, but I do have the cabin set going on in my house. So, can you make me something? cabin kitchen table. I do not. I also don't have the dainty lamp. And then the eastern seat, I think I do have. Eastern. Yes, I do have the eastern seat. So I'm going to go ahead and get those. All right. I will take it. Yes, ma'am? No. Yes, sir. Yes. I'll take that as well. I don't know where I'm going to put it in my house, but I'm going to put it somewhere in my house. All right. So now that we've dealt with that, let's go ahead and go back to... Nope. Let's go to the center of town and see what the permits are going to take for the new stuff. I'm more focused on animal breeding, although I have no new animals yet. Hi. How you doing? I want to apply for a license. Ooh. Not expensive. Nice. I mean, start with that. Yeah. Egg incubator. Incubate's fun too. Duff dust. It's funny. All right. I might as well get this. Even though I'm not focusing on trains today. We are not going to overwhelm ourselves with too much stuff at once. Okay. Yes. All that's fine. A bridge. Oh, nice. Okay. So now I need to build permit points back up for the agricultural license, but that's okay. Now, the question I have is, can I sell, like if I found the males that are running around in the wild, could I sell them in like in a regular trap? Or try and use the new trap to catch them. Because I could see wanting to sell them for money, if that's possible. So I guess we could try, if we find one. I don't have any traps on me, so that's not super helpful at the moment. But, you know. Okay, what's this? Palmwood arch. Okay, I already have that. Hay bale. I guess I already have that. Pretty sure I have this too. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a repair kit because I know I have run myself really low on repair kits. Ugh, so pricey. Okay. And then, I want to see what the recipes are. And what I might need to get them. So this one needs 10 Berconium bars. They're all going to need 10 Berconium bars. I want this. So this is the first thing. I'm going to write that down. Harvac. Top priority. Because although I would like to upgrade the other tools, I already have at least a version of them to make my life more convenient, but I don't have a Harvac, which would make a big difference if I want to start doing my orchard thing again. Okay. I don't care about that stuff right now. This needs Berconium. Only 5. Improved table saw. Oh. Interesting. And the blast furnace needs 10 ore. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write down blast furnace, 10 Berk ore, and then the improved table saw is only 1 Berconium bar. Improved table saw, 1 Berk bar. The Harvac is awesome. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons it's at the very top of my list. Because I've been coveting it since I knew it was a thing. And then the auto sorter, of course. I want that really bad. And the solar panel could wait. Although it's only 1 Berconium bar. I want the auto sorter first. Because if I start doing sorter, my home workshop area, I'm definitely going to want, you know, if I make my storage epic, I need an auto sorter for sure. All right. Harvek, most important though. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it today, first of all, because I don't have enough time, but also I don't think I have enough Braconium ore. I'm considering taking a detour, a visit down into the hot just to focus on the ore instead of getting sidetracked by bratty kids. All right, I would like to deposit whatever I have left. Yep. All right. So have you progressed enough in your island, Miss Bama, to start breeding or doing any of that stuff yet? I know you had started over, so you were not terribly far into your new island yet. Okay. Going back to here, my home. And I'm going to figure out... feel like I need to organize some stuff. Oh, the dainty pink lamp needs to go over to one of my rentals. So also, do you know details about the mechanics around crocs spawning in water? Like, if it was all one level deep, would it not spawn? Like, I feel like the information I keep finding is not as helpful as I want it to be. And I keep having them periodically spawn where I don't want them. You know what I'm going to do? Take a little bit of time, and I'm going to move this crap outside. Can I use my dolly and actually lift those and take them outside? Because I could just stick them out here. Because that's one of the biggest deterrents I have right now to figuring out how I want to deal with my ranch. And I know somebody said that if you have, if you use the water beds, that they won't spawn in the water beds. But I don't necessarily want to make the whole thing water beds. So, I don't know. I mean, I can. And that's fine. It's not exactly what I was wanting to do. But if that's how it has to work, then that's how it has to work. Or if it's one deep, because honestly, I have... Let's see, on my map, you can see it here. These squares are all just one tile deep, which says to me that crocs never spawn there, as far as I know. So, I mean, theoretically, if it was all one tile deep, it just looks cooler with multiple levels. Like, what I would like to know is, like, could I just have, like, maybe 3 blocks in a row, but 4 blocks might spawn a croc? You know what I mean? As opposed to... Because then I could just vary it and never get to the point where crocs would spawn. Okay. Because I keep trying to find that information, and I feel like I never get consistent. Like, I keep looking. She just always is streaming at times where I'm either, like, hanging out with my family or doing other stuff, or at work. And it makes it really tricky to try and get in and ask. All right. What else am I doing? Oh, I was going to grab my dolly. You know what I could do? I could see if it's been updated in the wiki, too. You know, because that's another place. I suppose I could throw the question... I feel like I've looked in the Discord. That's the other problem, is I feel like I've looked, and people have not given me... You'd think there would be a trigger to spawn... animals, you know? Like, there would have to be something in the code somewhere that's like, if there's this much water, like this many squares deep, or this many, you know, like, in a row, or something like that, then that would be where crocs could spawn. Because there's obviously, you know, if it's only one deep for farming purposes, then it doesn't do it. And that area over there isn't fenced in, because that's one of the answers I kept finding was if you put a fence around it, it's like, well, I've got a fence around it. It's just, they still spawn. And I could change it. I mean, I could mess around with it too. I need to do some experimenting. So maybe I'll do that today. Experiment and see. I just would hate to... Because they don't always spawn. That's the other thing. Is like, it's not... If they would spawn every single day, then I would, you know, then I could test things out and then know, you know? But because they don't spawn every day, it could be 4 days later and then suddenly I'll get a croc that comes in and kills all my plebes. And that would really piss me off. Yeah, if you remember, I mean, you don't have to make extra effort. I mean, you know, it's my curiosity, really. And like I said, I could theoretically just put water beds there. But if you do remember, she's just, usually on at times, like, I feel like she's usually on when I'm either eating dinner or spending time with my kids. And so I always feel guilty when I sacrifice that time, you know, and sometimes it really sucks because I'll start hanging out with them and then I'll start to nod off because we're watching some kid thing that I'm like not super invested in. And then they disappear and it's like, or I'm like, hey, I want to show you guys this thing. And then they disappear. And I'm like, well, what the hell? But I hate leaving when I feel like I'm supposed to hang out with them, you know? The older they get, the less I'll feel. Because they'll want to go and ignore me completely. But like last night, my little one and I watched Casper. So that was fun. Yeah, I can move these down here. All right, so now my crafting area is officially outside. I've been wanting to do that for a minute. It's not anything fancy. It's just outside. That's fine, though, because now I can put my table down. Wait a second. You know, I saw that button when I was looking at the thing and didn't really register it as being a thing to do. I love a good organized button. Oh my god. Nice. Will it not fit where I want it to fit? Oh, this is weird. Okay, that's fine. Look. Oh no. Why are you mad at Disney right now? Are you mad at Disney in general or are you mad at the game? Because I haven't been paying attention to any kind of news. Alright. Who's got the pink house? I don't remember who's got the pink house. Who's got the pink house? You don't have the pink house. Nope. There's the pink house. Where do I want to put this lamp? Pick up. And then we'll take that. And then I'm going to put those books over here for funsies. And then we'll do that. Keep thinking I need to do something a little bit more intentional and planned out for the rentals. Okay. So maybe what I'll do, besides kill that croc, is that I will... Okay, so this is 1 down. This is 2 down. Is that as deep as I've gotten it? Maybe what I'll do is I'll try and... Because I wonder if it was like a 3x3. Like, maybe I could just... give it like some patches where it's not quite as deep, or keep some deep patches. There we go. I was like, wait, there's a way to explain this. YouTube TV, and they wouldn't sign a new contract, so no ABC, ESPN, etc. We are big college football fans. Oh no. So is Disney... I'm assuming Disney is one of the parties involved in the contract not getting signed. So Disney, the company, not Disney Dreamlight Valley. Well, I'm sorry. That sucks. So let me see. Compactor. That's not what I need. I need the printer. Owns all of those. The ABC. Oh, ESPN. I guess I should have known from ESPN. I didn't realize ABC was there. Yeah, I'm sorry. That sucks. Yeah, we don't pay as much attention to the sports stuff. Wait. Is that further down? Oh, I know what I need. I need the helmet. I don't have it with me. Up. Something sounds aggressive. Is it the birds making noise that I'm just not used to hearing? Maybe. Well, hopefully they'll figure something out, you know? I don't think we do YouTube TV. We do YouTube Premium, but we don't do YouTube TV. But we're not really big sports people, so we don't focus on that kind of stuff. Like, there was a while that I was getting annoyed because they wanted... Disney was like, here, you get all of the stuff for this price, or you can, like, have one thing, but you couldn't, like, piecemeal. And it's like, I don't want ESPN. I don't want it. Can you just keep it? The bird screech now. Oh, okay, okay. Good, because I was like, I keep hearing something. Okay, I'm here to get a helmet. I kind of feel like it... Did I leave a helmet up there? I don't think I left a helmet up there. I've got so many of them now, though. Which is cool. Like, I got them from the gotchas. Oh, speaking of the gotchas, that's not what I want to do. I want to put it on. There we go. I guess I didn't have to put it on here, but whatever. All right, I need to also put money in the gotchas. Speaking of the gotchas. Oh, so it was really funny. So we took my kids trick-or-treating on Friday. And the place we went was a whole neighborhood closed off. So that was really fun. And actually, it was their last year for it, and we'd done it one other year, but we'd gotten there kind of late, and it was really, really busy and hard to like get in and out of the neighborhood, so I think we just kind of forgot about it. But my friend reminded me of it, and then found out that it was going to be there last year, so we're like, okay, well, we'll be off in the afternoon, we can get there fairly early, that kind of thing. We ended up getting a really decent parking spot that was pointed away from incoming traffic, so by the time we left, all we had to do was just drive away. We didn't actually have to fight our way out, so that worked out really well. But they had a food truck there that had a couple of custom inflatable waving arm tube men, and my son was like, I've only seen one of these in real life one other time, they're so cool. It's really cute. I was like, aw, buddy. Good for you. Good for you for, you know, enjoying the simple things in life. Okay, where is this? All right, so what I want to kind of do is I want to just... Why won't you... Is this not a printer? This is a printer. Right? Why is it not printing? So you print there? That was weird. Why is it not printing over here? Is it because of the bridge? Okay, let's go see if it's because of the bridge, because that's really pissing me off. Okay. Okay, it must have been because of the bridge. Weird. Alright, so what I want to do is I just kind of want to create enough of like maybe just some deep sections without taking completely away from that, you know? And maybe if I can reduce it enough, I can keep it from spawning crocos. But not really lose the fact that part of the reason that I was drawn to this was because it looked really natural. And I liked the idea of that. It's part of the reason the waterfall is bothering me so much, I think, is because I want it to look natural. And that doesn't to me. Like, I feel like it's missing something. And so that's one of the reasons I want to look at actual waterfalls in the real world and see if there's a way for me to figure out how to make it look a little bit more like what you'd find out in nature. Because I struggle with that a lot. Now, there is the added component of, theoretically, Erwin moved in here and kind of carved out a sanctuary space, which means it would be partially man-made and partially natural. So theoretically, I could leave the waterfall looking like that without it feeling like too out of place. But, like, I don't know. It's just really bugging me. I'm gonna live with it for a while and see how I go about dealing with it. Because it's not like I have to fix it today, and I don't have to know today, you know? Nope. That is not what I wanted to do. Alright. This is a little bit big. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of shooting for things that are less than 3 or at least less than a 3 by 3. Just keep messing with it. Don't worry too much about how you like it. Just trust the process. Okay. I'm assuming rocks will just kind of form on the ground that is that rocky ground. Because it'd be really cool if rocks would also form here, you know? Like just on their own. Because that would add to that natural looking feel that I'm trying to go for. And we'll fill that in, it's fine. All right, I feel like none of that is more than a 3 by 3. This might be pushing it a little bit, but... Because eventually I want to put, like I did at the one at my house, where I put, like, the plants and stuff. I also thought about putting some muddy spots in here and seeing if I could get some mangroves to just pop up, because I think that would help too. Right now it looks so empty, but like I feel like there should be some kind of pool or rocks at the top, something. But you know, most of the waterfalls I have seen in real life have been part of like a stream. You know, or you see like big pictures of things like Niagara Falls or something like that. And that's not exactly what's going to be happening here, so. Oh, yeah, I know she's working on a train, or at least she has been. She might be doing more breeding stuff now. But we'll just let it be for now. I feel like if this were filled in with some vegetation, because right now it looks kind of weird. It looks like somebody's playing Tetris here. But if it had more plants and rocks and stuff, I think that would be really cool. And then what I want to do eventually is I want to put the Pleeps houses along this line. What are you... How are you in here? You're not supposed to be in here and I'm mad at you. That's what you get for making me mad. I choose violence. All right. Nope, that is not what I want to do. Is it these rocks? Oh, is it because we are now not fenced in anymore? No more than 2 deep? But those were only 2 deep. There were no 3 deep in here anymore. So there's more to it than just that. Because a lot of people were saying fences. And this thing was completely fenced off. Well, except for the bridge. So maybe the bridge was creating a gap enough. Maybe that was the problem. Anyway, maybe that's the problem, is maybe there are other, like, multiple factors in the problem as well, that maybe some people's experience is they don't have other factors in there. So I don't know. But thank you for asking. That's very nice. So maybe what I'll do, because this has been something else that I've been thinking about too, because I want a bridge to go over the, maybe he didn't spawn in here. Maybe he got in. Either way, what I want to do is I want a bridge that goes over. So How far out do I need to go for the bridge to be able to go over the fence? Let's experiment. It's going to be a lot like Thursday's stream, except I'm experimenting in a different game. Okay. Now, where's my bridge? Okay. Okay, not happy. I'm gonna have to switch to my other printer, though. Because I think it would be cool if, like, people were visiting Irwin's Animal Sanctuary, that they could visit the animals and kind of, you know... We have a park in our town where, like, you can go visit the geese and stuff. Okay. Not geese. Ducks. There are ducks in the pond, but there are bridges that go across the pond. And then there's an island kind of, not really in the middle, because it's not really a, you know, circle or a oval or anything. It's, like kind of a weird shape. But there's an island in the middle where they have their nests and stuff. So, that's pretty cool. Bridge, that's what I'm doing. Okay, can I do it like this? Okay. The fence is in the way. Yeah, see, I'm trying to lift it. That's why I'm trying to go up and over, but I don't know if it will actually go over. Because it wouldn't let me raise the ground either. So it's part of the reason I'm trying to, like, test it out and see if I can make it do, you know? I could also try putting the fence down after and see if I can make it do that way. Because otherwise I can't fence the area in for the animals. And have the bridge go over. And I'll have to just have them go around. Which is not real. I mean, the other option is I could fence off just a chunk of the... And then people could still cross a bridge. I just think it'd be cool, like, if you were just would think it would be cool if I could make it happen. But, like, I guess we could try this. Like, having plebes swimming under you as you walk over the bridge. I think that'd be really neat if I could make it happen. So let's see if this will work without the fence. Yep. Well, let's try something. Will it... Nope. Like, I didn't know if there was a limit, like if I could do a certain height where the bridge would go over. But it won't let me put anything under the bridge. At least so far. Like, we could try something really crazy. Oh, it's late. So my stamina's gonna be for crap now. Which means I should probably go ahead and go home and go to bed. Because I know that Misty was doing a build way up high. I don't know if she was building anything underneath, but she was using bridges to go up over everything. Like she was building kind of like little islands. But I don't know if she was actually building underneath or not. It wouldn't surprise me if she wasn't. But yeah, I'm guessing you can't build underneath at all. Let me do a quick search and see if I can find anything that says definitively, because it might not be, it might be just understood and nobody's actually put it down. Can you build under bridges in Dinkum? No. You cannot place structures, paths, or even most decorative items like plants and lily pads underneath a bridge after it has been placed. Make sure the space under where the bridge will be is empty. After placing the bridge, you can place certain decorative items like paths after the bridge is built, but other objects such as houses or fences are not permitted underneath of it. Oh, okay. Well, I'm bummed out about that, but NPC and animal pathing, the space under a bridge also functions as an invisible barrier, so NPCs and animals will not walk under it. So it doesn't matter if I can fence it off or not, because the animals wouldn't go there anyway. So even though the idea is cool, if it won't function that way, even if I could fence it, there's really no reason to push. So it's a bummer though, because I think it would still, I mean, can you imagine walking on, like being on top of the bridge and having your little pleeps swimming underneath of you? That'd be so cool. Okay, this is not working the way I want it to work either. Everything is fighting me. Who's surprised? Nobody. So I'm not going to fuss about this at all. All right. All right, so what I want to do is I want to fence this. And we'll fence later. But yeah, none of these are more than 2 deep. So I feel like there's more to it than just no more than 2 deep. But maybe it was the fence. Even though the bridge acts as an invisible barrier, maybe having that fence incomplete where the bridge was not enough, you know? Okay. So I'm going to go home. I almost feel like I should do the thing where, you know, you take a sleeping bag around with you and just sleep near where I'm working. That way I don't have to do all this travel every day. But I don't have a sleeping bag on me. So we'll just go home. What time are we looking at? I feel like I should take my break. And come back. For the next day. Nope. Okay, don't do that. Oh no. No, oh, crap. Oh no. How do I? It won't let me drive. Okay, how about we do that? Okay. Okay, make sure you land where you mean to land when you do this. Okay, good job. Good job. I know how things work. It's fine. Actually, you know what I want to see? Can you have it sort more than one way? Or is it always the same? It's always the same. Looks like tools first, then decorative, but not really just decorative because is it alphabetical? No. Okay. But maybe tools first and then alphabetical? B, C, crude, gum, natural, raw. Rock. Okay. Stone. then clothing? Grass seed, quartz crystal. I would say it's by like category type, but it seems like the building materials and the food, like the blue and the red backgrounds, get mixed together as far as alphabetical. And then the yellow seems to be separated out. Shovel, okay. And the tools, obviously, are separated out. So it's interesting that the blue and the red categories are kind of mixed together. I would like to see it kind of... I'd like to see those separated out, personally. But we all know that I work in a library, so I'm always like, consistency and organization. Okay, I want to move that one over, though. I'm always looking for that. Probably what annoys me when I don't have my own crap figured out. Or one of the things, I guess. Seeds. And this is not where any of this lives now. Kind of feel like I should put my cooking table over there, because that's where the food is. Or theoretically, I could move the food over to where it is. All these choices. Is there other stuff I want to do before I go to bed? I don't think so. I mean, yes, but also no, you know? Rocks. It's weird having that corner over there be empty. So bizarre. Okay. Yeah, I think I can just lay down. Call it a day. All right. Well, that's a bummer about that bridge idea, because I thought that would have been super cute. But if it's not going to function that way, it's just not going to function that way. So that means if I can fence off... Well, now I have to decide. Do I want a bridge to actually go over that? Do I care enough? It would be cute. And it could still be observational, even if the pleeps won't go underneath of it. And then I could run a little fence. I also don't know how the fences function as far as a barrier when you switch between levels, because the fences don't actually connect. Technically, there is a little gap, and I have run into issues where it seems to work the way I want it to work, but it also, like, there's still a gap there. It's weird. So I'm not sure if I want to raise the ground and put the fence down so that I can still have a bridge that goes over the water, or if I just want to fill in that chunk of pond and not even bother with having a bridge there. Filling in the chunk of pond would be a little bit more final. If I just ran a line for the fence, I could take that out easier than it would be to try to recreate the pond. If I filled the pond in, I would probably go, oh, I don't know if I'm filling this in quite right. So maybe I'll just do the fence for now, because I definitely want to get the buildings and showers and food situation for the ranch set up better than what it is now, because right now it's trash. So I'm gonna take a break, probably grab a snack, probably get a new beverage, use the bathroom, all the things. Like, subscribe, follow, all of the things. If you're still here when I get back, thank you so much. If not, have a lovely day, nighttime, and I should be back in just a few minutes. All right. I survived the break, although I realized I sabotaged myself on beverages, so oh well. And I see that you are lurking while you are also dinkuming. So that is awesome. Thank you. Let me make sure everything is where I can see it. Fantastic. All right. Okay, sorry. That makes me want to put mushrooms around the little pond that I'm doing for the plebes. Okay, that little loading screen. Okay, what does this say? Hello, Clover. Smashed a rock and found some copper. Awesome. Why, thank you, Miss Clover. Okay, so now it is Tuesday. This is not where I put things. Okay, so I want to go... Oh, yeah, I totally spaced. And so I'm going to do this right now just because... And actually, you know what? I should use my diving helmet for it. Yes, I put a diving helmet here. I did look up what I needed to do for... And actually, that reminds me, I need to do this. The traps. They require being baited with some kind of meat. Oh. Nope. I'm busy. Okay. I didn't check before I went out there. All right, we'll use the boat. Be smart-ish. Where'd he go? Oh man, he went away. Weird. Okay. Okay. But yes, you have to use something to bait them. Thongs. I'm assuming shoes, not underpants. Drive? Drive? Or, okay, there we go. Do I only have 5 cages for some reason? I thought I had an even number, but maybe I only made 5. All right. So yes, I'm very happy that it was as simple as that. I think one of the things I found confusing was the fact that I didn't see a prompt that said to bait. Because I feel like I might have tried to go out with something to bait it. Or maybe I went with the wrong thing. That is also entirely possible. But you don't get a button prompt or, you know, a prompt at all. Even if it just wasn't a button. Ooh. That says, oh, hey, put something in there. No. I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. I hate it when I do that. Oh, I need to charge my thingy. My printer. I need to charge that. But yes, now theoretically I should be able to get the things I need to regularly deal with this. Right? Yeah. Do I want to put a crate or something here? For stuff to feed them. Perhaps. Perhaps. I feel like I can just dump this other stuff. How much do I have? More Braconium ore? No, I'm shy by 1. Ugh, I only have... No, these are the bars. These are the ore. Okay, I need 10 ore. Wah. All right. Don't mind me as I pout. Okay. What do I need to do today? I'm going to stick this in here, even though it doesn't really go in there. And then I'm going to go over and do mushrooms. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to try and I'm going to check on the pen. And see if anything has spawned. I'm also going to run a fence. So that I can put the bridge back up. These are the goals for the day. We're going to keep it super simple. So hopefully we do not overwhelm our brain. I should have gotten some money. Melvin's not open today. So that's fine. Okay. But Irwin is. So what did my kid and I watch on Halloween? We watched Annabelle. That is what we watched. We thought about watching Silence of the Lambs with him. Would you please pick this mushroom? Thank you. But it was a little bit late to start it, so we were looking for something in the 1.5-hour range. He's so funny when he gets creeped out by stuff. And then the thing we thought we were going to do on Saturday, or no, on Friday during the day, that was ended up the hours being wrong. I went ahead and took him out for a little bit and did it on yesterday, actually, now that I'm thinking about the timing of things. So that was pretty good. I owe my little one an outing now, because originally we were all supposed to go on Friday during the day, and it didn't work out. So, my little one yesterday woke up with his ear hurting, though, and I think it's because he's dealing with, like, sinus allergy-related, and I think he probably slept to where it all collected in the passages around his ears. So we gave him some Mucinex and some ibuprofen yesterday to help with it. And, you know, within a half an hour, I was really feeling better. But I was like, I don't really want to take you out because it was chilly yesterday. I was like, I don't know if I want to take you out and have the cold exacerbate whatever the problem is that you're experiencing right now. So I'll give you an IOU and I'll take you out on a different day when it's not quite so cold. So, but yeah, it was a good time. Oh, I keep taking down the fence by accident. It is really tricky to see in here. Trying to get all the mushrooms, you know? I think it's the fir trees that are the worst. Alright. Oh, I see you. I'm trying to pick up the last ones that are kind of tucked in. Let me through. I wonder if the Harvac works on mushrooms. That'd be cool. I kind of suspect it doesn't. See some over there that I missed. Alright, but I should have at least picked all the ones that grew today. Alright, good deal, good deal. Alright, pretty sure I got them all. And if not, they'll be there for me to pick up on another day. Alright, some mushrooms. Mushrooms. Fantastic. Oh, I do want to drop off this soup. Because it already sat in my mailbox for a while, so I might as well sit it in a box. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. So I kind of feel like I should start making myself a list of things to check. And how frequently I need to check it, you know? This being one of them. Okay, hold on. So, quarries, 4 days. Mushrooms. Autumn. Before noon. Okay. Because I don't have to have a rhyme or reason to the stuff I'm writing down. I just have to have it written down so when I actually start fleshing out the schedule, I can plug all of that information in. The things that, you know, like the quarries every 4 days... may affect, you know, like maybe every 4 days are really full, so I can stick in something else alternatively on different days so that I don't have to do too many things on the same day. You know, some days are just going to have to be more packed probably than others, but it'll give me at least a sense of how full any given day will be. Plug other things in. There we go. Handy that. Oh, crab pots. Crab pots, crab pots. Daily. There we go. I should just keep this piece of paper in front of me, because I have a feeling it's going to be one of those things where as I think of things, it'll just be kind of random. It won't be sit down and make the list. It'll be like, oh yeah, I totally spaced this thing. Write it down. Oh, you know what I didn't check? I didn't check to see if there were any new deeds. I don't know if there are or not, but I might as well write it down, you know? Or not write it down. Look for it. No, not that button. Woman! Okay. I didn't think there were, but... do I have anything to... oh, God. Well, I should probably take that stuff home. That was a lot of stuff. Wasn't expecting it. Nope. Stuff doesn't just live there. That's the I dump random crap in those boxes until they're full kind of situation. Alright. Are those wiggly? Alright. Should see about catching another fish. Ah, look how much different my thing looks now that I don't have a bunch of crap in it. Amazing. Right, not looking at the... let's write it down, though. Bulletin board. Daily. Weather vane. One to 2 days. It doesn't have to be every day. Theoretically, I could check it every other day and at least know what's coming. But then we also know that I suffer from squirrel brain. Is Jimmy here? I don't want to go see Jimmy. I don't have enough money to justify Jimmy right now. Okay, money? I'm gonna withdraw like 100K. I don't think I need it, but I do need to purchase repair kits for a bit. Repair kits equals Franklin days. And And mining pass equals John days. Okay. All right. I do think it's interesting that they say that the bridges act as barriers for animals and NPCs, but I've seen crocodiles under bridges, or are they just technically next to the bridges and therefore still aren't really crossing under them? Interesting. Okay. Repair kit. Have that. Yep. Should have that. Yep. Pretty sure? Oh, no. I feel like I've gotten a different market stall then. Cute. Alright. And why we grabbed extra money. Well, one of the reasons we grabbed extra money. For sure. Okay, now I want to go home, grab my helicopter, and go over to Irwin's because I want to see if I can grab a crate to trap. Oh no! Shoot. How late is he open? Is it 6? I feel like Irwin's open later. But just because I'm paranoid and can't remember 100%. I should look up shop open times. Because I have written down all of the shop days. But I should also remember shop times. Because some of them are open later. And that would help my brain when planning things out. Hi. I don't really need to talk to you. Never mind. Okay. How much is that? Okay. Oh, he sells multiple animals now. Like a pleep and a Vombat. There we go. Domesticate. Okay, 45k. I had just enough. Did you see? Like, I mean, I have a little bit extra, but not a lot. Okay, so, crate and breeding dust equals Irwin days. Okay. All right. 6. Okay. I was like, oh, all right. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get any animals with that, but if you can only get one a day, definitely worth picking it up if you have the money. Kind of like the mining pass and the repair kits. It's just better to grab them if you have the money, you know? All right. Now let's look and see if anything is in here. I do not see anything in here. So nervous. So nervous about potentially killing sleeps. Because it takes so long, you know? Okay, give me my... Actually, you know what? Put that there. Give me my fence. We'll just run this fence over here. I didn't see any roos. I didn't see any diggos. I didn't see any crocos. Okay, we'll take this down. Stuff back in there. Which ground am I using? Where am I? Did I accidentally put it away? I bet I accidentally put it away. Damn it. All right. That's fine. So, do I need it to be... okay, I think I might. I think I might have to go get it. I should have grabbed myself a snack. I thought about it. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to text my spouse. We'll see if he actually gets that text. Sometimes if I text him while he's in the house, like we're both in the house, he won't get it. It's weird. Okay. I came over here for something specific. What was it? Pathing. There we go. Good job. Good job, brain. Oh my. Okay, it's not in there where I kind of expect. Ah, I see you. Trixie. Trixie Vixen. Alright, let's go put this down and redo our bridge. Okay, and then the other one I want to do is I need to figure out... I want to separate out the Pleeps and the Vombats and all of that. The other real problem I have is that it seems like if you make your space too big, they really, really struggle finding their way to their beds at night. So... not sure how I want to... like, if I want to cinch up their space or not, you know? I guess theoretically I could, you know, dig this back out. And if crocs spawn here, they spawn there. Then they could be trapped in there. And I wouldn't care. Alright, and then, okay, and then a bridge. And then we'll go ahead and run the fence up to the... Because, I mean, if it is an invisible barrier, then that's fine. Okay. Keep things in or out. All right. So I was thinking if I bring the pleeps over here, and I might actually have to shrink this water up anyway, because if their houses are all over here, and then I put their food over there or somewhere like that, either I need to expand their area here, or I need to shrink the water a little bit. Because the original idea was to potentially have it, you know, go on this side, and then I could put some stuff over, you know, here or something like that. But if that's not going to work, then that's okay. I kind of feel like the wombats should stay over here. Oh, babies, I'm so sorry. You guys are miserable right now because I'm just fussing so much about your space. But this area over here is huge. I guess I could do chooks on one side and wombats on the other. The other option was to bring the chooks onto this side somehow, like give them the... But there is a Digo den here and a mining thing here. So theoretically splitting this boop down the middle, or kind of down the middle, because wombats probably need a little bit more space, would probably be just fine. It'd probably be just fine. Even with breeding and needing more, you know? I don't even know if everybody's eating every day. I mean, some people are eating enough. They're still pooping eggs and stuff. But I haven't been milking anybody. I haven't been shearing anybody. Obviously, some of them are not happy because they haven't grown wool. Like, I saw a naked pleep over here somewhere. Yeah, this naked pleep. Also sick. Because people are getting stinky. Do pleeps that have a water hole need a shower? Or do they get clean by being in the water? I don't know. All right, so how big of an area do I want for the chooks? Okay, up there somewhere. I guess I could have put a marker of some sort. Like here. Ah! Go where I want you. There you go. All right, so here. All right. Ah, okay. Okay, so here. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and do this. Okay. Ooh, hello. Nice. do bug catching competition. Okay. That's the other thing I didn't think about. If I do start chopping down the trees in every season but fall, I would be able to have more beehives regularly. That's an added bonus to doing that on a schedule. Oh, that reminds me. Tree chopping. Chopping. Per season, except autumn. Or it could be done on the last day of the season, you know? No, I don't know. So the reason I was just being indecisive about that, if you want to insight into my overthinking. So I was like, oh, I don't want the trees to not be growing at all during autumn because I want... Oh.
Big bat, madame.
Thank you. Sorry, distracted. If I don't want the trees to be growing during autumn because I want to make sure that they are grown for mushrooms in autumn, I was like, oh, I could chop them on the last day of every season. Well, that doesn't necessarily work either, because if I chop it on the last day of summer, then they won't be grown. So maybe if I just do every day except for... All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, BB. I'm sorry. I will... You actually going to a different house? So where's an... Okay. Adelaide. Here. Can you go in there? Will you go in there? Oh. Okay. Okay. So we will put the chooks... I can't wait. You know, I don't look forward to the cold, but I cannot wait until all of the allergens in the air freeze and my nose will stop itching like crazy all of the time. Okay, so the chooks will live over here. Why are you in here? Get out. Get out. You really shouldn't be in here. I mean, I guess it's not a predator, but still. And hopefully this will be enough space over here. I'm probably going to need at least one more water tank. Hold on. Let me actually look that up. Do pleeps need a shower if they have a pond? Nope. Not peeps. Don't try and correct me, Google. No. No, it says. Okay. Use the pond to clean themselves. So I don't have to worry about taking a shower over there to them. Okay. Sweet. I won't. All right. I'm going to have some big bars since my husband got my text. All right. Okay. Are you stuck? Because this one is... Man, they look so miserable right now. Okay, I'm gonna need 2 water tanks. Or 1 and put the showers near. Probably do that for now, just to do that for now. I don't remember how many Bombat poos I need per. Not many at all. Fantastic. Anything to stick in there? Oh. I'm gonna put this in here. I'm gonna put this domestic crate in here. Because one of the things I want to do tomorrow is see if I can go find a male something. I'm assuming a male also needs its own shelter. I do have plenty of... No. I do have menti of pale? No, plenty of coops. There we go. Good job, brain. Oh, gosh. Sometimes it's just ridiculous. Look how cute it looks all overgrown, though. I love it. All right. Fingers crossed that tomorrow it will still be... Oh. Just remembered. Stick that in there. And stick this in there. There will still be no Crocs. Because at some point, I'm going to have to just commit. I'm either going to have to fill in the rest of the little water pieces that are too deep. Or I'm going to have to just put the pleeps in there and pray that how it is set up is correct. I also wondered if the size of the enclosed area was too big. I also wondered if the shape of the enclosed area was the problem. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many factors that could go into it that it's just like... Because I'm trying to follow the natural lines of the world. And I was wondering if those things were making my life much more difficult than they really needed to be. I guess the question is, where the heck do the animals live? I imagine they're probably not out at night, or if they are, they're probably sleeping. Just go home and go to bed, and we'll figure it out tomorrow. Because tomorrow what I want to do is I want to run around and see if I can find any wild male animals. Because I can't remember if the video that I watched said the biomes that they live in. But if they did, I don't remember. All right. Huh. I like that there's new loading screens, or at least I haven't seen them. All right, what? Bit of pocket money. Sweet, sweet, sweet. There was a bug in the bushlands I've never seen before. One day I'm going to actually start paying attention to those when I probably decide to work on my PDF or in earnest, you know. Okay. No meteor shower. Not really surprised. Instead of pulling money out today, I'll just use some of this money. That'll be fine. Okay. Kind of feel like I should go sell some of these tools. Fantastic. Nope. All right. Trying to focus mostly on stuff that's just here, you know? Instead of fussing too much about all of the stuff that could be. Oh, I didn't deposit my chicken eggs at all. I want this crate. No, I want the crate. So I'm going to... What do we think? Helicopter? Or motorcycle? I'm thinking motorcycle, actually. So I'm not going to fuss with anything else. I'm not going to fuss with the crab pots. I'm not going to fuss with anything regular. Not going to worry. Let's go get the motorcycle. Not going to fuss with the mushrooms. It's fine. Butterfly almost looks different. Okay, see a turkey. Kind of hoping for a chook, though, or a rooster, you know? Since I have... Oh, Lord. Off-roading in the motorcycle is not great. Since I have enclosures. There we go. I finished the sentence. Good for me. Just trying to keep my eyes peeled. Looking. Not really seeing anything, though. Not sure if I... You know, I'm assuming that I will just spot them out in the wild, kind of like you can see other animals. You know? I have no idea if there's anything about time of day. I don't have any idea if there's anything about time of year, biome, any of that stuff. I really don't know if any of those things are factors that I should be taking into account. But since we have not actively tried to find any of these guys yet, I'll either get lucky or I'll have to look some stuff up. But you'd think that if, like, you could just spot them in the wild, that, you know, just running around would do that. Let's see, a bush devil. Goodness. Oh, I see lots of bush devils. I also don't know their rarity. You know? That's a bird. He almost looked like he was standing on like a glowing pad of some sort because it was just that one square of grass underneath his feet. It's kind of funny. Does that bird have a quest for me? It's almost what it looked like. I might go grab my helicopter. It might be easier to see if I do that. I also thought about running around on foot. Just to see if maybe I'm not catching as much stuff. Going too fast or something. Birds and a turkey. Another turkey. Yeah, I forgot I put some mushrooms up near Rains. But yeah, that one loading screen had mushrooms around a little water feature, and that made me want to put mushrooms around the pleeps. I haven't even fully fleshed out the area, and I'm gonna decorate it with mushrooms. But I mean, mushrooms. I also wondered if I should go talk to Erwin and see if maybe he's like, hey, I'm gonna randomly give you some information about animals. Alright, I'm gonna take this back down to the town center, and I'm gonna go grab my helicopter and see if flying over is better. Because off-roading was kind of a pain in the ass. So let's switch tactics and see what happens. Yeah, I feel like I need to make those turns curvy. It might all change when I start actually messing around with, trains. Alright, let's get the helicopter and see. The next thing I would probably do, if I do start looking stuff up, is probably looking just to see what biomes I need to be focusing on. You know? My neglected orchard, which means there's tons of fruit there right now. Dogs. I don't know if weather matters either. Didn't think about that. Is the rain gonna make it harder to see? Turkeys? That's a bird. Okay. There should be... Apparently crocs don't care about where he moves. Alright. They were just chilling right next to each other. That smells good. I wonder what my husband's having for lunch. It smells good. That's a turkey. That's a dog. It's a frog. It's a dog chasing something. What are you chasing? Turkeys. Not helpful. Oh. Well, don't run into the tree. Yeah, I might have to at least look up what biome, you know? Because the video I watched was more about this is some new stuff as opposed to this is detailed information about how to do the stuff. Oh. Flowers. Flower garden. Just realized if I want to continue to get more flowers, I have to make time to go visit rain frequently. Oh, I forgot they get mad at me when I'm above them. Okay. Ooh, no. I'm going the wrong direction. Don't go the wrong direction. No. Alright. What's over here? More tropics. For some reason, I don't have high hopes for them being in the tropics. I feel like whatever the Vombat one was, I feel like, I can't remember what they're called them. Bulls? Are they called bulls in this game? Can't remember now. But I feel like I remember the desert for them. And I definitely want to look through... Gosh, more eggs. I almost wish you could have a grappling hook on this helicopter. Oh no, those are devils. Okay. The forest, the where the fir trees grow. Kinda feel like I should look through there a bunch too. No, I really haven't gone everywhere with the helicopter yet. I've just used it to cut diagonally across the map without having to follow my paths and stuff. It's over here. Moose. I also don't know if there's something like, do I need a... Is it more elaborate? Do I need to draw them out somehow? You know? Like, there are games that work like that where you have to kind of set up a trap. And nice. And, you know, kind of bait it. Kind of like the crab pots, where it's like I would set something up in the correct part of the world and draw them out somehow, you know, like bait it somehow. But I don't think that's how that works, because the only two pieces that I got for this new breeding stuff is the cave, you know, the trap and the dust. So you would think if it was something else, you know what I should do? Okay. It didn't give me like a prompt or anything to do anything to it. It's an interesting sound putting it down. Alright, I'm looking through the trees. lots of devils. Because if I was thinking about a progression, I feel like you would find the chooks first, and if you're talking about like the beginning of the game, you would think that would be the bushlands, because that's, you know, kind of the beginner biome. And then maybe the Vombats would be in the desert, or Pleeps in the desert or something, and then like the Vombats in the forest or something. Maybe the Pleeps in the forest. I don't know. Or Billabong. But I don't know if it's designed that way. I don't know if it's designed to be a progression like that. So I might have to look it up. Probably have to look it up. Who are we kidding? Have them spawn on a random island out here. Okay. What's that? Just rocks. Okay. Man, my neck just went snap crackle pop. The hell is that over there? Ugh, I gotta get some stuff done this week though. Lots of cleaning to do. Making sure everything is caught up, so next weekend will be all smooth sailing. Oh, nope. That is not. That is not a new animal. That is not a new animal. Those are old animals. I also wondered if being in an airplane was a problem. I mean, they technically, you see animals spawn in, but I don't know. If it does something weird to the spawn rate. Hello. Okay. Pleep in the water. Well, whatever they're called. They're not called pleeps. Are they aggressive? Are you aggressive in any way? Seems aggressive. You aggressive? Okay, he doesn't seem aggressive. Come on, man. Hi. You weren't really what I was going for, but like, I'll take it. You get up on land? Ooh. We should have had a diving helmet, apparently. Okay, he's not aggressive. Ah, balls. Now... Okay. I really don't want one of these first, though, you know? Do I have to wait till he's on the same square? Oh, oh! Really? Oh, no! Oh! Okay. He's wiggling. But not fighting to get out completely. This seems kind of odd, but okay, that's not right. Pick up. I don't really care if I can't see myself in it. Okay, it's coming with me. Alright. Not ideal. Was hoping for a rooster. But that's okay. Okay, so rivers, probably? Right? Is that what we learned? Oh, you know what? I wish I'd gone to... can I make it? Can I make it? If I can get to Irwin's and buy another one real quick. Do I have money on my person? I think I do. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. Yeah? Yeah, yeah, yeah? Okay. Fantastic. All right. Now... I kind of want to... Okay, I'm not doing that. Drive. All right. Oh, I'm going to have to do stuff like pet him and things like that. It's been a minute since I've had to take care of the animals. All right, so what I'm going to do, as much as I don't want to sell... oh God, I'm sorry. Okay. Pick up. Now, release. All right. I need to get you a bed. I need to pet you. And what I want to do is I want to sell one of the other pleeps. Oh, there we go. Plunk. Okay. Can I sell you? Oh, she is not happy either. Are they all sick? Hold on. Is there anybody that's not? I wonder if there's a price difference for the ones that are sick versus the ones that aren't sick. Okay, they are not. So I'm going to go ahead and sell Adelaide. Okay. And that way, at least I don't have to worry about a house or a feeding trough. And... awesome. Okay. It was not what I was hoping for, but we will work with what we got, because for sure, this does not seem super easy, which honestly, fine. I don't mind that it's not easy. But he definitely seemed like he was hanging out in the river. So I'm assuming that I need to look in the rivers for... what is that? Is that a bird? Is it just a regular bird? Yep. Because honestly, breeding for money? Into that. I wonder how much he would sell for. You know? And can you trap them in regular traps and just sell them? I think I asked that at the beginning of the stream. I don't know. Oh, totally forgot. My roo cage situation. Did I look everywhere-ish? I don't know. But yeah, having the plebes be in rivers makes sense to me. For sure. Since they like water. Still not 100% sure where makes the most sense for wombats and chooks. I don't know, man. I feel like the bushlands makes really good sense as far as the chooks go, like a rooster. Do they sleep when they're or when they're not domesticated yet? Ooh, an opal. Take that. Ah. just let it slide along the ground. That's totally fine. Okay. It's not late yet. Doing okay. Doing okay. Well, I suppose we could take another day and look around for a rooster. Like, where do chickens in real life hang out in the wild? But I don't really know if I've ever consciously thought of that. Because I always think of chickens being on farms, you know? It's kind of like seeing wild horses. It's beautiful, but it's also like, I usually think of horses in conjunction with people. So seeing shots of wild herds, they're not herds. What is a group of horses called? Or is it a herd? Wild groups of horses. It's beautiful though. Roosters in the tropics. So they're gonna be a pain in the ass to see. Have you gotten any yet? He was a little tricky to spot though, being in the water. I love the tropics because of how dense and lush they are, but it's also a pain in the ass to see things in there. Maybe I should run through the tropics instead of fly over. Because I think they're supposed to be rare. But I would think that there would be at least one running around every day of each variety, you know? Turkey. Turkey. Turkeys. I also wonder if any of them have not been turkeys and I have thought they were. I know the last time I talked to you about it, you said you weren't quite ready yet for having them. So that's just a bird. That is not. That's the other thing, is there's usually a ton of birds of varying varieties in the tropics. Makes it hard. to distinguish them. You know what I should do? I don't remember exactly what they look like. Maybe I should Google a picture. Also, there's a possibility that maybe they were eaten by wild dogs. Hopefully not. Bird. Turkey. Technically also a bird. Maybe they're hanging out near rain. Maybe. That would be extremely handy if they were hanging out near rain. Bird. Bird. Also a bird. Oh. We have to figure out exactly what we're doing next weekend. I still don't know if any of the kids are spending the night. They're coming, but we don't know if they're spending the night. It's like, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I had to cut off this bird. Although he doesn't seem to be spawned in now. Is it because I cut off his nest? Oh, don't land. Also taking off next to a tree. Not necessarily the best plan. Is that a turkey? That looks like a turkey. Turkey sounds delicious to eat right now. Maybe it's because I'm hungry for lunch. Okay, how much more tropics do I have? Got some chunks over there, chunks over there, chunks over there. I didn't really look over here. Those just birds? I think those are just birds. Yep. We'll spook them and see what happens. Well, if we don't find one, that's okay. Oh, it helps when you push the correct button. And also don't hold the go button down. Don't accelerate like crazy. Turkey? Turkey. I keep landing when I don't mean to. I guess it's a good thing I don't keep doing it near angry birds. It's weird that the music just suddenly came back in. That's weird. Okay. I want to at least see what a picture looks like of the rooster. Dinkum rooster. Oh, I should put down breeding on my list of things to add to my schedule. Okay, so they're kind of colorful. They're fairly large, but they're kind of green, yellow. I wonder if there's any kind of varieties to them. It's the wiki, though. It's a chook. Okay. So the bluish green color might make them a little tricky to see in the tropics. And wild rooster, which has been doing okay. Wild rooster. Oh, stop. Stop fussing with me. Okay. Tropics. Passive. Wild roosters can be trapped with an animal trap and sent off to the animal collection point. Okay. Okay. Alright, well at least I have some clue of their coloring. Because I think that was one of the things I was... They should be pretty distinct... Oh. They should be pretty distinct looking from the turkeys. Because that was like... And the other birds. Definitely not white. Which is what those birds are. The irony would be is if I come over here and there's one just hanging out over here and it's really obvious looking. And I miss, you know, like I was like seconds away from saying it. That'd be funny. And typical. Okay, it's not really stuff to explore, really. Okay. Turkey? Hmm. Regular birds, regular birds. Feel like I should be stealing eggs while I'm doing this, you know? Where are we on the map? Oh, you mad at me? Maybe I should steal your egg. Devils. Also mad at me for flying over. Okay, but I've been over there. So I'm gonna head in a little bit. See if I see anything else on the way. We can always just try again some other time. That'll be okay. At least I got one. You know? And that is good. Because there's only 3. You know, there's three things to get. Knowing my luck, it'll spawn near a bunch of these birds. You know? And I'll have to contend with the birds and the rooster. I keep saying the birds like the rooster is not also a bird. It is. It is also a bird. Nothing exciting? Over here? Oh, crocodile's being mad at the moose. Do I have tropics to the south? I don't think so. Yeah, I kind of feel like, except for the islands, I really visited most of the tropic areas. So either I missed it or they don't spawn every day. Which I suppose is possible. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what the spawn rate is. I feel like the video said that they were rare. So I suppose that means they may not spawn, like all the varieties of males may not spawn every single day. And I honestly don't know if enough information is out yet, considering the update just came out. Like, it was just this week. So we may not even have fully documented information yet. I suppose I could also go look at the Discord and see if anybody's been discussing their discoveries, because that's also possible. There's a little chunk of tropics right here. But, like, a smidge. It'd be kind of amazing if it were there, though. Considering how small that piece is. Just be like, oh, perfect. I trap you real fast. Alright. Okay. Well, how much time do I have? I could probably do another in-game day as long as I stay focused on maybe doing a little bit of work on the ranch. Because if we can't catch another male, at least we can get set up a little bit better down in the down near Irwin's. Okay. That's pretty. Oh, that's the stone tile from inside the mine level 2, right? Alright. What do you have? Franklin. Nice talking to you the other day. Thanks for being a great friend. Did I already get... I guess I didn't delete it, maybe? Or maybe he's just saying thank you. He didn't give me a gift, which is usually what they do.
I'm here to try the VR again.
Okay, we'll grab it quick. But we can't make a big to-do about getting it working if it's not going to work right away until a little bit later, okay? I don't know, dude. I don't mess with it anymore. You guys mess with that stuff. And I don't keep track for you. Okay. Well, hopefully that will be what you need. Hopefully. Okay. Oh, I got a shell by accident. Awesome. Okay, grab that. I think I'm only going to buy one more crate from Irwin. Because I don't think I want to catch more than one male at a time at the moment. Because I don't really need to be overrun by males. I am doing a stream, buddy. That's why I'm talking to what seems to be like nobody, or about things that you don't know. I know you don't play this game. I mean, you could play this game, but you don't want to. Okay. Your disc is full. Ah, that's fair. Yeah. Alright, where do I want to stick this random stuff? I'm going to stick this random. Can't have everything at once. That is very, very true. Alright, I'm just going to stick this stuff in here so I don't have to think about it. And I'll stick that in there even though it's a hot mess. Alright. Let's go see... Franklin. Recycling bin. This is why we have a piece of paper right here for all of the thoughts. I swear they've changed some, like, the tracks on the motorcycle too. Like, some of them look darker than they did before. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yep. Oh! What? Oh. No. I was like, I do have the money. I forgot I didn't put it actually in my, whatever. The actual money slot. Round redhead lamp. Oh, I kind of want to make that though, like right now. Like right away. Okay, well, put it on the charger and leave it for a bit. Not like 5 minutes, but like a while. Yeah? Okay, so I need to make sure that I go to Irwin. And then... Nope. Go to Irwin so you can purchase things. Don't worry about your money right now, woman. Just go. Before you get distracted. Including the fact that you just realized that you didn't put the repair kit in its normal spot. Oh, I could get, collect rent. There we go. My list is getting pretty dang long. See, this is why I feel like the schedule is going to help me. Because there's so many things that you could do almost every single day that planning it out a little bit better should help. Because if I don't have a checklist, I have a tendency to go, oh, and get distracted and waste time. You know, those kind of things. Oh, crap, he's not open till 10. Can I talk to you? Hi. Let's chat. Scrub turkeys, that's not what I want to talk about. They're slow even when they're trying to be fast. You know, that's a fair description of a scrub turkey. Can you go open your shop? Can you go open your shop? Can you go open your shop? Fantastic. Don't wander, man. Hi. 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 Yes. All right, but now I have one at least for... all of the different kinds. So, let's check the pond. What is that? Okay. Like, who are you and why are you in here? Get out. Okay, I kind of feel like we can trust this. Kinda. Which means I need to go get... How do I want to get them over there without dealing with these dum-dums? Okay. I'm gonna go get... Alright, I'm gonna get... Okay. And then I will also go like this. And like this. Okay. Just in case they need room. No. Okay. All right. That should be a nice, safe transition into there. Okay, now I need at least one silo. That one's getting used. Alright, I'm gonna take you. And you. Oh my god. Disgusting. Oh, look how many there are over here. Hi guys, how you doing? I don't know if you guys are just not eating or what. Don't like wasting food, but it's fine. It'll be worth it to get y'all out of here. Actually, let's go ahead and move that. Yeah, somewhere. And this one can go. Oh, someone is in the way. Could it be me? I want to. Oh, you hanging out in the shower because you want to? Plunk. Kind of feel like I should rename you, dude. Alright, did I get all 8? I did get all 8 of those. Now I need to go get my whistle. My whistle is somewhere over here, I think. I think it's in this bin. Are you in there? Yup. We definitely don't want all of the animals, so no guitar. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. I actually don't need all of them to come at once. That'll be fine. Maybe I'll be a little bit like the Pied Piper, and more of you will show up as I... Okay. Go on in there. Go on. You guys cool? All right. Okay. Okay. Now, hopefully the male will come along. He does not seem to give a shit. Maybe I'm not... Maybe he's not as excited yet about it. Will it be a mistake that he didn't actually get dropped off in the correct spot yet? I wonder if the guitar will attract him. How many girls did I get to go over already? I got 5 of them. I was just checking to make sure nobody had wandered way far away from where they need to be. So... I see. Okay, there's one. Hey, baby. Okay, there's the other one. Come on. All right. Maybe I can use a guitar on him. If I have to use another crate on him, I will, but I'm like really hoping I don't have to. Maybe I could use... One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, all the ladies are here. Good job, ladies. Thank you for complying with the plan. I'll do that. 2. Okay. Okay, I could probably stick another one there. And I'll go find your gentleman and see if I can get him over here without being a giant butt munch. Please and thank you. I'm also going to take this tree down because I suspect it might give me some problems. So we'll go ahead and get rid of it. And then... if I can... Oh, let's see. How do I want to deal with the food situation? Okay. Let's move this down here. Because it's not going to be ideal yet. Right? But maybe we can make it. Oh, good job. Dum-dum. Why are you out? You piss me off so much, bird. You piss me off so much. Yeah. Hello. I know you're sick, baby, but you'll be okay, I promise, okay? You'll be good. I'm also gonna chop down this wattle. Get it out of my way. And I'm gonna chop this one down too, just in case it's going to be a pain in the ass, because we can replant trees. Dumb. Come on, man. You come back in here. Don't be dumb. What else do I need? I need to try the guitar and see if I can get that to make the male go. That would be awesome if that would work out. All right. So let's do that. It'll create a kind of mess with the other animals also responding, but I kind of don't care. You know what? Oh, excuse me. That is not what I meant to do. Oh! Okay. How can I make this a little bit easier on myself? I want him to come specifically. Come here, you. Oh, no! Oh, he was in the front. Y'all suck. I hate you. Where is he? Dude, they all shoved past him. What the hell? That was so messed up. Ah, you dicks. All right. Okay, let's see. Nope, not the pleep. The Vombat. Okay, we're going to try. Did he already go back in? Okay, where is he? There he is. All right, all right, all right. So, can you please go in that corner? I want the Vombats to come with me. Please don't shove him. Ladies. Ladies! Oh my god. Trapped by Vombat bodies. Okay, all that's left is Dum Dum. So come here, Dum Dum. No! Stupid chicken. I know I didn't take them as far away as I did. Come here, chicken. Come here. Come here. Okay, quick. Quick! Okay. You? Oh. Magic. Thank you. Thank you. How about I would like to read. Oh, I can't just take it? Nah. You know what I could do? I could go in here and see if I have any extra. Do I have extra? Nope. They're so happy when they can swim, though. Come here, man. Enjoy yourself. Have fun with your ladies. Your little plea harem. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, see, once this gets all plantified, they're going to be so much happier. And theoretically, they shouldn't need me to clean them. I thought about brushing them just to see. But I'm going to see if they're clean tomorrow. Because the thing I saw said that if they have water, they should get clean themselves. So I'm going to let them be. Okay. Can't believe. I'm glad he responded to the guitar. Since the pleep whistle did not work. But I was prepared to waste 45,000 dinks. If I had to just crate him up and move him. The next step would be to test out whether or not the regular animal traps could be used to pick them up and just relocate them. Because that would be nice too. Because it seems like you can just trap the wild ones. I don't know if you can do that with the ones you've already captured, you know? Alright. So now there is a chance, I guess, without using the duff dust for them getting pregnant. It's just the duff dust makes it a higher chance. So I'm gonna... Okay. He's sleeping there. I'm hoping they'll all go to bed. That's something I want to check before I go. Oh! Alright, Twitch. Make it weird, why don't you? Alright. Okay, I'm hoping everybody will go find a bed. Okay, good, good, good. Got one empty bed. Oh, come on, lady. Come on. You gonna go find a bed? Come on. Come on, baby. Now, as long as nothing spawns in here and kills you guys, I'm fine. And we can start making it pretty. Yay! They finally all are sleeping in a shelter after being moved down here. Not really a month ago, but like, for me, it was a month ago. For them, it was a few in-game days ago. But it's been a minute since they've been able to all sleep in a bed. Now, the Chooks and the Vombats are not in that same position, but their time will come. Okay. Yay. the relief of getting those, I don't know. What are they called? Was there a group? What's a group name? You know what? I want to know. What is a group of platypus called? Since they're based on a platypus. What is a group of platypus called? A paddle. Are they a paddle of pleeps? I hope so. I hope that's what we can do up. All right. Well, I'm going to go try and drive over the tropics again. See if we can get lucky and find a rooster. That would be amazing. Yeah, especially if there is a chance of breeding happening or pregnancy happening without any additional influence for me. I don't think I'm going to want more than one male unless my ranching situation really explodes, because I don't necessarily want a million animals to take care of in addition to the ones that I already have. I don't need the baby situation to get out of hand. Probably not going to spend it. Well, I shouldn't need to spend as much time looking today for animals, because I'm going to focus specifically on looking for a rooster. Oh, that's not what I want to go down, not up. It's a relief to have them in their space, you know? I'm still nervous that a croc will randomly spawn and just sabotage my whole world, but we'll just have to have faith until proven wrong. I have fences. I have smaller sections of deeper water. It's no more than 2 tiles deep. You know, like theoretically I have followed all of the advice. Now we get to just wait and see. What the? Oh, that's a pearl. Yeah, I ended up going looking for pearls because I'm glad I really glad I marked a bunch on my map, because I wanted to make a whole bunch of water beds, so I was able to just run around and grab a ton of pearls, which is why I still have 51 water beds left over after putting all of those ones down for the pleeps that I already have. What is that? Is that a bird? That's a bird. Okay, that whole section over there is... Here, rooster, rooster, rooster. That is a stump. I was like, what's that? There's a light color in the middle of all the foliage. Oh, it's a stump. Not a rooster. There's some tropics over there. Not there yet. Bird. Ugh, I love how those mushrooms look. They're so pretty. That one spawns in there. That other spot was definitely not as tight as that one is, and there was no bird in that other one. That was weird. Like, where did he go? You're not a... You're a turkey. Okay. Yeah, look how my little garden things are all full right now. Well, mostly full anyway. It's because I haven't been up here in a minute. Whoa, something got killed. Oh. Just run into a bird. With my helicopter, that's normal. Did I already look in this tropics area? I don't think so. I hear the turkeys. Wonder if the roosters make noise. Bird. Bird and turkey. Rude. Would like for you to not be those things. Oh, turkey. There's too many birds in the tropics. It makes me excited. I'm like, what? What is that? Bird. Turkey. Stump. Banana. Turkey. Rocks. A turkey butt. Yeah, see, I almost wonder. Oh, that's a butterfly. Damn it. I was like, something different. Like, the movement was different. Ah. I almost wonder if running through the tropics would be better. Just because it's so dense, you know? There's so much floor covering? Ground covering. There we go. There's tropics over there. And then I can come back across, maybe? Bird. Turkey. Turkey, turkey. A little bit of... It'd be nice if it was just like on a strip like this. With almost nothing around it. Just make it easier to trap. Alright. Go back down here. 3 turkeys. As if to taunt me. And murder birds. Tropics over there. More murder birds. Some very vulnerable looking eggs right there. That is not our mission. That is not our goal. Did I do this little chunk here? I also wonder if I should look for them in the morning. Like, will they show up easier in the daylight? Possibly. Will they make noise? Yeah, see, there's no bird here again. Weird. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to rethink my strategy for finding a rooster. Either a different time of day or running around on the ground or something like that. And if I try a few more times and still can't figure it out, I might look for some more information and see if maybe... It's also almost too much vision. Like, I keep finding myself looking off in the distance to either side and forgetting to check the ground I'm actually flying over. And that's not particularly helpful when trying to find something. Like I'm covering too much ground too quickly. Turkey. Turkey. Okay. I have one more, like, last-ditch effort that I'm going to try. And then we will call it a night. Turkeys, turkeys. All the turkeys. Croco. I see a croco. Fantastic. Either that or I just got extremely lucky finding that male pleep. Thoroughly possible. Oh, it's my ute. 2 utes. Bonus point if you know that movie. Alright. Wait. Nope. No meteor shower. Alright, I'm gonna go up to Rains. And I'm just gonna run through a few sections of the tropics. And see if maybe just being down on the ground. Because I've already flown over this area, you know? So it's entirely possible there's nothing here. It's also entirely possible that flying over... And actually, this will be a good reason to practice my glider. Because that is something that I suck at. And I would like to get better at, really. Because one of the things that I noticed while I was watching Granny Does Gaming... was how I am not confident yet in the glider. The gliding to me feels like it should drop faster than the glider in this game does, like from other games gliding. So, Palea is actually a really good example of that. Like the descent, the arc of descent on the glider in Palea is a lot more dramatic than the arc of descent on the glider in this game. So I need to practice also holding down the button because I keep prematurely letting go. Using the glider in this game and trusting that I actually will glide for a lot longer. Like that. I feel like in other games I would have landed before I got to this ridge and I still could have gone further. Like, I might even be able to get to that. Even though it looked like it was the same level. Because it's almost more like... I don't know, not flying really. But kind of like... I don't know, the arc is just not quite as dramatic. Can I get all the way across this? Yeah, see, I would never have thought. So, practicing... trusting that I can go further will probably help me immensely in the hot. So, maybe while I'm looking for a rooster, not necessarily just tonight, but just until I can find one, using the glider to go from tropics area to tropics area is probably a good idea. And then I don't have to risk jumping into lava, you know, in order to get better. I can just... This might also help me with, like, when I finally start going around with the plan is to go around with the, hot air balloon. And, oh, she ran out of stamina. That is something I need to keep in mind, stamina. Go around with the hot air balloon to collect eggs, particularly in the spring. Because if I can make myself some landing spots and then use the glider to collect eggs, I might be able to murder birds. Might be able to get more of the eggs going on. Oh, how about that? Moo eggs. There we go. Add it to the list. All right. Oh, I want to collect all these flowers, but I'm not gonna right now. All right, so what do I have to do after this? I have to go wash some laundry, because of course I do. And I probably should do at least some chores. Not crazy ones. I'm not getting that into it. I have to make sure that my 8-year-old takes a shower, because I'm so relieved that my oldest has now at least gotten to a point in his life where he wants to take showers. Feels like he needs to take showers. Because, man, for the longest time, getting him to bathe regularly was like pulling teeth. It's like, dude, please. Not that he was super stinky yet. I think that's part of the reason he has started. Because puberty finally caught up with him. And that's just normal growing up stuff. And I think that's part of it. Is like he actually cares about either being like feeling gross or being smelly. Or, you know, whatever it is. And I'm glad. I'm glad it because, I don't know, who was it? Was it Gabriel Iglesias who was talking about his stepson and trying to convince him to bathe when he was getting to that point? You know, teenage years and deodorant and all of this stuff. And how it was just like struggling to convince his kid to take more showers and to use deodorant and all of this stuff. And it's just like, I'm so glad that my kid just decided that he cared as opposed to having to be told repeatedly still. You know, and there's no guarantee that the little one will not be difficult when he is older. But it'd be nice if he kind of followed in his brother's footsteps where he finally gets to the point where he gives a crap enough to make that choice for himself. Because I don't have to remind the older one to bathe unless we're doing something. And not that I have to remind him because he hasn't done it in a while. Just like, hey, we're going out. Make sure you shower before we go. That kind of thing. Or shower in time to go or whatever. So, or shower early enough in the day because we're going to be out later. That's usually the way it goes. But yeah, the little one is definitely at that stage where he's like has to be convinced to bathe. It's like, dude, please. Or he wants to put it off for as long as humanly possible. You could do it before dinner or after dinner. I want to do it after dinner. Okay, and then I remind him after dinner. Okay, can I have 15 minutes first or whatever? Like, just go bathe. If you go bathe, it'll be done. And then we can stop talking. Okay? Lots of eggs. Turkey. Okay. Well, I'm not convinced that I'm going to get a rooster tonight. It appears as though either it's somewhere that I have not come across, or maybe they just don't spawn every day. And either way, the result is I don't get to have one today. Oh, it's a cactus. I was like, what is that? It almost looked like an egg because it was just a rounded green shape as I whipped past it. And, yeah, I was like, that's a weird place for a bird egg. It's because it wasn't a bird egg. All right. So the next time I play, I will try and look for a rooster earlier in the day. It may or may not be on stream. It depends on if I end up playing this off stream at all between now. And I'm probably going to go ahead and stream this next Sunday unless I have a very strong opinion that comes across me over the next week. But I suspect, since we're still so new into the breeding side of things, that this will probably be next Sunday's stream. And that means Dreamlight Valley will be Thursday's stream because I want to make sure I get in and get the rest of the event puzzles done and make some more progress on the star path. That's what I'm currently working on besides the event. Okay. But yeah, I have, did I not get that chunk right there? I don't think so. But I'm definitely going to be doing that Thursday. And then we'll just have to see what the next few weeks are going to be like. I feel like I might... Oh, that's right. There was another reason I felt kind of up in the air about next Thursday's stream. And that's because I may or may not have to cancel it. So there will be a community post if I do have to cancel. And then on the Twitch side of things, there's a schedule tab. And then I also have a panel that's for my schedule. I should update all of that if I end up canceling next week to accommodate my son's birthday. I kind of suspect that we won't have any kids spend the night. There's also a possibility that I might just be wiped out after hosting teenagers for a whole day. I don't know. But I'll keep everybody posted. I'll update all the things. And yeah, I don't know what next week is going to be like at all. No, the week after next week. So I do know what next week is. But, oh, there's a little chunk of tropics right there. Maybe I should look at that. Since we're here, and it's here, and it's oh so convenient. It'd be really funny if it was like right by the center of town. That'd be ridiculous if it was right here. It was just a random rooster. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time for this game anytime in this next week. Really? Do you really need to be here? Can you please leave so I can go? Oh. Run into a tree. That's helpful. Alrighty, so let's go home. It's a bummer we didn't find a rooster. I really didn't see anything for wombats. Not that I was really... I mean, the first time I ran around and looked, I was looking for any of them. But I don't know exactly where to look for those, but they are definitely not at the top of the list. They are second now, after chickens, after roosters. All right, we'll sleep until tomorrow. I didn't even look at my inventory. I'm a rebel like that. All right, so yeah, I should be here on Thursday. It'll be Dreamlight Valley. I will potentially be here next Sunday. It will potentially be Dinkum. And then the week after that... Let's look at our calendar because we're getting close to... All right, so the 6th is Thursday. I'll be here. The 9th, I may or may not. And then the 13th and the 16th are the week after that, the Thursday and the Sunday after that. So they're kind of up for grabs. And I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen with them. Probably the 13th will be open for Dreamlight Valley in case I have anything that hasn't gotten done. That will be kind of crunch time, I think. And then November 19th is when both Wish Blossom Ranch and Autonomica are supposed to come out. So that week will probably be Dreamlight Valley and Autonomica. As long as Autonomica stays on schedule now. They've been delayed a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. And then we're starting to get into holiday crunch period time. And I'm not exactly sure how that's all going to play out. But that's a few weeks away. So future us can think about it and not today us. But... we made some progress. We got the Pleeps move. We got a male domesticated. So we'll see what breeding comes from that. I figured out through multiple avenues that the bridge idea that I was hoping for is not going to be a reality. But that's okay because it kind of simplifies the design process. So yeah, progress was made. I wrote down a bunch of stuff to add to my little Dinkum calendar that I'm going to try, like schedule I'm going to try and come up for myself so that maybe I can rein it in a little bit when I play this game. But yeah, I think that's everything. So yeah, I hope you have a lovely day, night, time, wherever you are, whenever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye.